Hey Goal Digger, Kimberly Olson here, back for another episode of #GetLit, where we crush your business in less than 10 minutes. Today, I'm not only going to explain why it's important, but I'm actually going to teach you how to purge your Facebook friends list. This is extremely important when it comes to building an online presence, an active audience, and making sure you have qualified people on your list. We're going to talk about the how-tos, the implementation, the theories behind it, and how to make it happen. Stay tuned. All right, as promised for this episode, we're going to talk about purging your Facebook friends list. Not only how to do it, but why it's so important. And I actually didn't understand this concept when I first started because I just thought, once you get to that 5,000 friends mark, you're good, right? Well, what we don't understand is that if you're an online marketer or you're building your business through social media, you absolutely are marketing to a moving parade. I heard that from an online coach years ago, and it stuck with me ever since. You are actively marketing to a moving parade. And what this means is that the people that come into your world stay and then leave. You will have the super fans, and in other episodes, we've talked about how to create that loyal following of engaged people, but you will have new people coming onto the scene all the time. You will have people that are following you at some point, and then they leave. If you're not proactively purging your Facebook friends list, this prime real estate, which is the 5,000 friends on that list who are getting to see your organic content on your profile, you are wasting that space. It's the most important place of your online presence if you're building on Facebook, unless you're dumping a bunch of money into ads, which you can too. But most of you I know are not doing that. So this is such a great way, very affordable way to make sure that you are constantly purging that list, keeping it squeaky clean, and making sure you're allowing room for new friendships, okay? So what this looks like is, let's say, I'll give you an example. So I did this post, I want to say it was back in July of last summer at the time of this recording. So it was about 9 months ago. I did this post showing a before and after of my legs with a cellulite product. The company I'm with was releasing a cellulite product, and I had never had success with cellulite products before. I do have some trouble areas like most women, and I've tried different products, nothing worked. So I did a before and after, and I got about 200 comments from it. So about 200 people were going, I want to know more. What is it? Well, I actually reused the post, which I never do, but it was 9 months later, and we're getting into, right now when I posted it, we're getting into spring break and then summer. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it again. I'll obviously write a different description, but I'm going to use the same before and after picture. I'm really curious to see if I get any traction from it. It completely blew up. I posted that well over a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and there's still people commenting on it. I literally had to make a note to myself to go back and check it because there's new names on there every single day. What that told me is that all of the people who just commented on it never saw the first post 9 months ago. Either they didn't see it, but more likely they are new friends in my friends list that are getting into my world, digesting my content, and had it run across their newsfeed. If I wasn't constantly adding new friends to my friends list and purging the old, that would not be the situation that I would have just experienced, and I wouldn't have over 100 new leads to talk to. Are you leaving money on the table? This is a big way that this can happen. So let me tell you exactly how we do it. Every 6 months, and this would be great to do for you, depending on how quickly you can purge and refill up your friends list. Okay, so we do this about every 6 months. You can do it once a year as a good kind of refresher. We use a firm called Palladino Marketing, palladinomarketing.com. I'm just looking up the website right now. We'll put it in the show notes for you. I make a little note for myself. And with Palladino Marketing, they have a couple of options on here. I'm looking at it to give you guys the updated info. I use their first option, but you could do the second if you don't have a VA that can do this for you. So the first option, it's $50. And what they will do, they will give you a list of all the friends on your friends list that have been inactive for 6 months. What that means, in the last 6 months, they literally scrub your friends list and they give you a report of who has not engaged with your content in any way in the last 6 months. If it's been more than 6 months since someone on your friends list has engaged, unless you're a cousin or your aunt, you don't need them on your list, okay? They are dead weight. And I don't say that in a mean way. I say that, and you're an online marketer. It's not your personal profile and, I'm going to show you what Timmy's doing and that's it. We're using our personal profiles to build up our know, like, and trust factor. It's part of our personal brand. It's how we get leads into our world, okay? If you follow how I teach. So for $50, what they will do is scrub your list, your friends list, and they'll spit out a report. They use Excel. You get the report. So what we do is when I get the report, I go through and whitelist it. So if you have a V8 or maybe you want to follow this, what I do is I go through and I whitelist it and I just write, I put a check mark for the whitelist column. I go through it. So when they do it, if we have 5,000 friends, there might be 800 names on it. Okay. So we'll just say, was that 20%? I don't know, something like that. We'll say 20%. 20% are inactive. So of the 800 names, I go through and I check off whitelist. Whitelist means do not unfriend them. It's my family. It's my friends. It's people on my team. It's people who maybe haven't engaged with my content, but I still want them on my friends list because they're my people, okay? That's option one. Option two, it's $200. Not only will they give you the list of inactive friends, non-engagers, they will also remove them for you. I don't know if they'll let you waitlist, so I'm sure you could check with them and ask. But for $200, they'll actually do it for you. So if you don't have a VA and you're like, I don't have time for this, that's a really, really great thing to do. Also, too, if you haven't been very active on social media and you want to kind of do like a reboot or refresh, this could be a good way to just sort of purge your list, start over, and make sure that people on there are new connections, people you're getting to know, all of that. Could be a good time to do it, or you're just maybe doing a rebrand. Before you kind of get out there and start marketing and building your personal brand, you might want to scrub your list, and that way the people on there are the ones that want to see your content, which is really, really important, okay? So we do it every 6 months. I would suggest at least once a year. What a great deal, right? $50 to get the list, or $200 have them do it for you, and you get the list. And then I would absolutely make this a part of what you do. And then what I want you to do in conjunction with this is I want you friend requesting new people every day. So every single day, I actually have a lot of friend requests that come in now. But when I first started, I would go to my friends list. I would look for my ideal avatar, find my ideal avatar, my friends list, whether or not they had ever ordered from me, but that ideal avatar. And I would actually look at their friends. And if we had any mutual connections, not just that person, but at least a couple, kind of a safe bet, right? So it's not like, who is this girl who we have one connection? I'd like us to have a few mutual friends in common. I would friend request them. And I did it every single day. 20 outbound friend requests would give me 140 outbound per week. About 65-75% would accept. After 2 weeks of doing that straight, I actually beat the algorithm. What that means is you start becoming suggested. Facebook will use your profile as a suggested friend for those that it thinks it makes sense. And obviously in my space, I work with a lot of network marketers, online marketers, coaches. I'm often suggested as a friend in those circles. So it'll be based on who you're friending proactively, who's already on your friends list, the type of content you're putting out, other people's content you're engaging with. Its algorithm little bots take all of that into play, and then they dictate where you are showing up as a suggested friend. So if you can make the commitment to outbound friend requests at least 20 people a day, give it 2-3 weeks. If you do it straight and you're consistent, you literally can beat the algorithm and start being suggested. And this is where you actually can start getting an influx of friend requests. And that's the sweet spot, because then you can just pick and choose, accept those friend requests, reach out, build relationships. And if you constantly do this, periodically you're purging your list, as you just learned about. That friends list is an ever-changing, amazing place to build new leads onto your list, build up that know, like, and trust factor, and get them into your sales funnel. It really is that important, okay? So look below for Palandino Marketing. I don't have an affiliate link on it. Just reach out to them and they can get you all squared away. And do me a favor, hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Throw this in your stories and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl, GOAL. We also have some really fun gifts that you can find in the gift search bar at the Goal Digger Girl, and they'll pull up as well. Give us a tag. We'll give you a shout out. Really appreciate it. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.